All right, this is a quick video update. So these guys here are they're not looking the best, but they're live and they're growing. And I think in general, this is how this particular strain of spinach plant looks anyways, even in that system. I think they get progressively bigger. So at this point, it's too early to tell that this is not working. It's definitely working. It's just too early to tell. One idea that I have is I was going to get one of those pear stones, kind of like a snake shape, like this. Put this underneath the pebbles, and then connect it to a pump, so it would give us some oxygen. Now, as far as this system here, it has exploded. I've already moved this light multiple times up. This tomato plant is actually starting to become a problem because it's so big. Let me show you guys from this side. As you guys can see, it's taking up too much of the space of this plant system. Like these don't even get much sunlight anymore. They still do, but not much because this plant is so big. Now it is starting to grow tomatoes. You guys can see there's other areas. There's one here, and supposedly all of these flowery areas will grow tomatoes on them. There's some more there. Now, as far as what I've heard, I'm not an expert at this. This is my first year doing this indoor tomato plant ever. I never grew tomato plants indoors under a light. But supposedly, to pollinate them, you just have to shake the plant like this. You know, just in general, shake the plant, self-pollinate like that. It will not self-pollinate unless it has some movement or some... Naturally, wind will shake the plant, but there isn't any. What I do is I take a cotton swab and I kind of go underneath there and I touch all of these places, kind of like so. You know, the ones that are open anyways. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Yeah, so I do this. There's some here and some here, and majority of them will. I'm only keeping this around just to see how many tomatoes it will yield, because it is getting out of hand, and it's not allowing me to grow other plants in here because it's just taking up most of the space. Now these lettuces are working nicely. I'm using them, and every time I make a sandwich or something, I cut these and I put them in between the bread slices and whatever, or cooking the spinach and cooking. But you can see that the spinach plant is starting to bolt as well. I'm gonna cut that guy off. So as far as like giving them more root structure, I believe that once the roots get big enough, that they should just kind of have enough strength on their own. But I will also kind of like lift them up by the pebbles, kind of like that. So we'll see. It's too early to tell. But right now, this system does not have any oxygenation, does not have any pumps, nothing. It's just literally, if that's some water, just a hydroponic solution that's added to this. And it's naturally just soaking it up. And as you guys can see, it's definitely working, right? But it's just not, I just don't know if it's optimal compared. I bet you a system that has some kind of an air pump, something will be better than not. But I just wanted to see. So we'll play around with this. I might just put so this is the bottom half of the hydroponic system, like I was saying in other videos. I might just put the top with the there's inserts like this, but they're bigger, and they're instead of being them black, they're white, and there's 6 of them. There's 3 on this side and 3 on this side. So I might transfer them, get an air stone, and when this pump is running, I will also connect this to timer and have this pump running. So it gives us some oxygen, and maybe that will work better. We will see. We will see. But for now, this this tomato plant has exploded. When I brought it from the outdoors, end of the season, it was dead. It's almost dead. I was actually thinking about throwing it away. But once I put it underneath the light and give it the right amount of light, conditioned amount of light time, and just the quality of light, as you guys came back right to life, spring back to life. It's huge. I'm actually thinking about transplanting this guy to a dedicated. I have another hydroponic system, dedicated system, but I will need something here, like a little stool or something, so I can put the system on, because this plant will be huge, and then that will open up the growing canopy over here for the other plants. So I probably will do that soon, and maybe have that in the next video. My other idea is also, once I transplant this tomato plant, these will be transplants. I could transplant these into these individual net pods once I harvest individual spinach net pods in there. Well, these are not called net pods, but whatever, these square containers. I can transplant some of them in there and have them grow. So this could be like just a germination area for my plants. And then for at least, well, spinach is working for sure. And then I can fin them from here and transplant them into there. So as you guys can see, this is working really well. Today is a nice sunny day, so there's some complementary sunlight. We're getting some UV rays that only the sun can create, so that's good. Supposedly this has different LEDs. See these reds here and whatever, supposed to create different wavelengths of light quality, this LED light, but nothing better than the sun, really. Nothing can beat what the sun is able to crunch out naturally for last X amount of billions of years. And yeah. Okay, this is update number 4.